Coming up, I'm going to be talking about what's new on Disney Plus today, our end of year awards, and much more. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On DisneyPlus.com. It's New Year's Eve, so let's jump into the news. Not a huge amount, but we got some new releases, so we'll go through them, and then I'm going to give you all of what you guys have been voting for in our best of 2021 awards. Let's kick off first off with what's new today. The releases are a little bit all over the place. No kind of big Disney Plus original, other than some Bad Bunny Simpsons music video that randomly got put onto Disney Plus today. Definitely check it out. Just be aware that it is all in Spanish. I was trying to find the English version, but no, that's how that one is. So first off, in the United States, they got a couple of new titles today, including the 80s Top 10, which is a brand new series featuring Rob Lowe. Something that's quite interesting about this 80s TV series is they are releasing it throughout the week on National Geographic, but it's debuting on Disney Plus first. No word yet on when this one's going to be arriving on Disney Plus around the world. I'm looking forward to watching it as an 80s kid myself. There was supposed to be a 2020 ABC News special about the making of West Side Story added to Disney Plus, but it didn't arrive. This makes about, I think, the third thing that didn't arrive in the US this week. So there's been quite a few things that the previous announcers haven't dropped. Yes, I don't know when that will be dropping. Hopefully at some point it'll be arriving on Disney Plus in the US, maybe around the same time maybe the movie will drop, but hopefully we'll find that out pretty soon. But yeah, that was the US, not a huge amount. In Canada, all they got was the Simpsons music video with Bad Bunny. Here in the United Kingdom, we got a huge amount of new content. We got a brand new original directed audios in and of itself. In addition to some other content, including Surviving the Mount St. Helens Disaster, A Hidden Life, Paddington 2. We also got a number of ESPN documentaries. There's also some surprise movies added onto Disney Plus today, Gone Girl and Fight Club, both of which are part of this new Regency. The other seems to have kind of come into place. They had previously been released on Disney Plus in Australia and New Zealand earlier last week, and now we've got them. So it's great to see this, whether or not this is going to be a continuing thing of just unannounced movies dropping on Friday. But yeah, so you got the Fight Club, so remember we can't talk about that one. And finally, in Australia and New Zealand, they got the documentary The Rescue. Amazing documentary, got released earlier this month in the United Kingdom. Such a great show. I really have to watch that documentary, one of my favourite ones of the year. We had an interesting comment yesterday on the video where Joe asked, why is the Paddington films in Disney Plus? They are Studio Canal, not Disney. Now, the interesting thing here is Disney have been acquiring a number of licenses for movies and shows created here in the United Kingdom. This probably helps with a number of different reasons. First off, having content that appeals directly to British audiences, but also it helps with quotas and just shows that Disney is heavily investing in UK content. And there's a lot of shows and stuff that have been added recently from the UK. And I think we're going to see this a little bit more internationally as they try and appeal to the international audience. But a great question from Joe. Moving on from there, let's now talk about the streaming chart. Nielsen has released the details for the week after Thanksgiving, which is kind of the end of November, beginning of December. The Beatles Get Back and Hawkeye continue to pull in a lot of viewers, with Hawkeye coming in at number 3 in the originals chart and also even getting to number 6 on the overall chart. I definitely feel like with the Beatles Get Back, that one definitely benefited from having lots and lots of minutes because it was so big, a lot of people watching it. So it was great to see that one being a huge success. And once again, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings continues to be a huge draw on the movie side, along with Home Alone. It's nice to see this movie just continue on, and I think we'll see that continuing to stay in the charts over the coming weeks as we build up to the Christmas. So that just makes a lot of sense. So many people watching those classic movies. Also, interesting enough, in the acquired list, both again, Grey's Anatomy and Criminal Minds, both continuing to stay up really high in the chart on Netflix. Obviously, internationally, they're on Disney Plus, and they're always in the streaming charts over here. So that's why I always include them in there, because, you know, internationally, they are a huge thing. But what did you watch just after Thanksgiving? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, let's now shift over to a little bit of news from Australia and New Zealand. Today, Disney has officially confirmed what's going to be coming in January. While most of it we knew in advance, there was a few extra things in there we didn't know. For example, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We're going to be getting all 15 seasons, and that will be dropping on the 26th of January, along with the first episode of Single Drunk Female, along with the very first episode of Abbott Elementary. So it's interesting as well, kind of moving on there with Australia, of getting new episodes of new like ABC shows and freeform shows really starting to drop in weekly. We don't yet know how their release schedule is. The kind of way they announce stuff in Australia doesn't really make a lot of sense of how they do it, because they've also confirmed that from the 19th of January, Secrets of the Sofa Spring Season 2 will be dropping in Australia and New Zealand. Again, no kind of confirmation if it's going to be weekly ever. It's kind of odd with this show. Disney has confirmed there will be episodes dropped onto Disney Plus at some point. But the first season was such a random way in which they released stuff all over the world, with like a batch of a few episodes and then weekly afterwards. Hopefully they can get all this sorted in 2022, so everything's just more simplistic, so everything's in the same place at the same time for everyone, rather than all over the place. But yeah, so there's a few little highlights there for Australian and New Zealand Disney Plus subscribers. Let's now shift over to our end of 2021 awards. So these have been voted by you over the last month. I've put together all of the votes, been over 1,000 plus votes. So let's jump through it. So the best original movie of 2021 was Luca, with the best original Disney Plus special of 21 being The Muppets Haunted Mansion. The best Disney Plus original drama series of 2021 was WandaVision, while the best Disney Plus original animated series of 2021 was What If. And the best Disney Plus original short of 2021 was Olaf Presents. I know it's a little series, but I didn't really feel like it kind of fitted in with a series, because it was just a couple of minutes long each. While the best Disney Plus original documentary film of 2021 was The Rescue, while the best Disney Plus original documentary series of 2021 was The Beatles Get Back. Unsurprisingly, the best Hulu Star original film of 2021 was Vacation Friends, which kind of really was the main one that was released, so it wasn't a huge shock. While the best Hulu Star original of 2021 was Only Murders in the Building. While the best Hulu Star original documentary series of 2021 was McCartney 321, so he picked up 2 awards this year. While the best movie of 2021, which is available on Disney Plus, is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. While the best new series of 2021 went to The Simpsons. It's also kind of funny because I did a vote yesterday on what you guys thought was the best Marvel series of 2021, and over 42% of you thought that Loki was better than WandaVision. So a little bit of a discrepancy between the YouTube subscribers and then also just everyone visiting the website. Both of them are great. I probably would have gone for Loki myself. I thought that was a much better series. But yeah, so there we go. So that is all of today's news. I will be back tomorrow on New Year's Day. Me and James are recording our podcast as per usual. That will be going up on all the platforms as well here. And we're going to be kind of giving our thoughts on the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett, as well as sharing our kind of what we're excited for 2022. We'll be going through the list of all the movies and stuff that will be coming. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing the live Q&A, which will be the first one of next year. And then on Monday, I'll be back with another episode of the Disney Plus news. So thank you very much. Hope you all have a fantastic new year. And I shall see you then. Laters. I'd like to thank all of our Patreon and YouTube channel members for their support. You can become a member from as little as $2 a month and you get access to our weekly Q&A and much more.